One thing is clear. Democrats want to block Kavanaugh and hold the seat open until the 2020 election. This is about politics, and this is about power, pure and simple.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders saying what many Americans now perceive, that this has less to do about Judge Kavanaugh than it does with holding up any progress by Republicans to fill the empty seat on the Supreme Court. Is she right? Here now is Gianno Caldwell, Fox News political analyst, and Robin Biro, former Obama campaign regional field director. Gentlemen, great to see you both. Robin, first, you blame game aside. Let's avoid the blame game for the moment. Isn't this whole process beginning to hurt Democrats as they head into the elections?
You better believe it. And the reason being is that we decried Republicans when they obstructed so much. You know, Mitch McConnell said that his proudest accomplishment was telling President Obama to his face that he would not fill that Supreme Court seat with Merrick Garland. And, you know, here we are again. You know, Donald Trump is criticizing us as the party of obstruction. I'm worried that some of that, what he's saying, is true. We can't just be obtuse and obstruct. We have to give Americans our ideas about what we can do better.
And, Gianno, it's beginning to give some Republicans like Lindsey Graham an opportunity to shine, to show his backbone, as he did today at an Atlanta conference. Let me just play the soundbite.
So President Trump went through a factual rendition that I didn't particularly like, and I would tell him, knock it off. You're not helping. I don't like what the president said last night. I'm the first person to say, I want to hear from Dr. Ford. I thought she was handled respectfully. I thought Kavanaugh was treated like crap. Yeah, well, boo yourself.
Look at that, giving back to catcalls to the protesters. You don't normally see Republicans stand up like that.
Yeah, and Lindsey Graham has certainly been standing up. I'm very proud of him. And we know that Lindsey Graham is someone, if he believes that President Trump is doing something incorrectly, he'll call him out. He'll come on Fox News and do it. My biggest issue is with this process. Democrats, and I know you said blaming aside, but Democrats have made this process completely political from the very start. And what's really problematic about it is they're disenfranchising the lives of not just Judge Kavanaugh, but Professor Ford as well. So when we think about what's coming next, we know that this midterm election, I think, is going to be very different than what the Democrats are expecting. They wanted to really tap into that 52% of suburban white women in which President Trump won, and we knew Hillary Clinton was supposed to win that group, but he did. And I think that's what they're really, that was their aim. This is going to play out much different than many people expect, and I think we'll wait to November to see exactly what it'll look like.
Well, and Robin, quickly, I mean, one of their hopes, I think, or at least the people who are leading the charge against Kavanaugh, is that maybe the Senate will be taken over by Democrats, but they don't have a chance for that, by which they would hold up the whole Supreme Court for 2 years.
Right. That's ridiculous. You know, the honest to God truth right now is that strategically speaking, we need that seat filled because if we have an open seat going into the midterms, all it will do will be to turn out more evangelical voters, which will hurt Democrats. So just the politics and strategy, it does not work in our favor to leave that seat open.
So, Gianno, very quickly, you got 10 seconds, but this whole process may end up helping the Republicans in a big way in a couple of weeks.
I think it will, and Lindsey Graham had a great point when he said, if it doesn't work out, renominate Kavanaugh, and that certainly would be that would get people out to the polls for sure.
That might be a little too much for everybody. Gianno, Robin, thank you very much, guys. Terrific stuff. Appreciate it.